Big Boys Neighborhood. All righty. Welcome to Big Boys Neighborhood. Uncut.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's everything we couldn't say on the air. Big Boys Uncut
Lightweight, yeah,
Now let's get the show started.
The uglier your face gets, the cooler you look.
Yeah, that's why I look cool all the time.
No, stop.
All righty, it's definitely going down, man. Welcome to Big Boys Neighborhood. We are uncut today, man. We are having our Tekashi listening party. Yeah, man, it's like a release party that he couldn't attend. Did
Yeah.
it release party? Hello, thank you.
We're doing it
Nah,
for him.
but he released some new music, man. And the album, you know what I'm saying? I wish he was home without all the shenanigans and everything. I wish he was home to celebrate what he has accomplished, or what just the album.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like he put that work into it. He also put in work in other places, and he's dealing
right over
with
there,
that
Louis.
now.
Fuck wrong with
I
you?
got like Ide's hair or some shit. It's like weird.
Yep, your
There it is. Oh, it's red hair. Anybody got red
Not
hair?
me.
You better not go home to Myra with this shit.
Uh-huh,
For real?
sure.
Myra seems like she'll fuck you up for real.
Yeah, kind of.
Has she put hands on you?
Nah, she hasn't.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
I don't condone that, man. Male, female, but
not right.
you know what I'm saying? Nobody should be touching each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty? It just seems like
Yeah, like maybe.
she would do something.
Wink
Yeah,
if you're in trouble and you need us to help you.
Yeah.
Imagine them.
Laugh.
Yeah.
You didn't see me at your wedding?
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah,
No,
man.
they need me to
So
clean up.
Tekashi new album, man. Dummy Boy is out. It's available, man. And like we say, he put together an album.
It's a
Yeah.
cool
People
album,
came
man.
to the table for him. He got his collabs were right on there.
Oh, definitely. The one song that I really liked was the Kanga, but the lyrics are just so funny. Like there's this one part where he says, "Drop down and pick up your weave, girl. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl."
Go ahead now.
Uses all the references.
Hell yeah, drop down and get your eagle on, girl.
Seriously,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
But that one's
Go
a
ahead,
fun
Dirty.
one for me. That one, I really like that one. Just
Yeah,
because
that's
it was
what
fun.
him and Kanye, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, and then they did the one with Kanye, Nicki Minaj, and
Mama.
Tekashi, and that was the one that I guess they were going to shoot
They
no pun
were.
intended. They were
Oh, yeah.
recording the video
Yeah.
when the set got shot up.
Yeah, and then
you
they
know?
had to shut it down, and they didn't even finish filming it. It just and apparently they lost a lot of money too, because they were supposed to deliver something and they didn't.
Oh yeah,
and-
full production. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody still got to get paid.
Definitely.
You know, and just watching Tekashi 6ix9ine, watching the wave that he was on, waiting for this album. This album it already came in number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
go.
Yeah, but if he was here and doing his social media stuff, and I'm hoping, man, that whatever's going on with Baby Brother, that it really humbles him. Because if he would have came out with a fire album and doing the same thing, we would have saw more of the same
antics.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the more
so-
of that you can't touch me. I'm the king of New York. No one
Yeah.
can mess with me. Watch,
Yeah. And you don't wish that on anyone, but also, man, when you do certain things, you know what I'm saying? I go to the store, I buy some almond milk. If it's $3.29, I got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm there, I got to pay for it. And the same with him. Anything that you do in life, man, it's like a credit card. You keep swiping that when that statement comes in. Whatever is on that statement, you're responsible for.
Yeah.
that.
when my credit card
Crazy
bill
because
comes in.
when
And his statement came in.
when he comes out, people are gonna think he's actually gonna come out on that September date, but it's just his bail.
Yeah,
Like, that's just
That
hearing,
is the-
I mean.
that's the beginning.
Yeah,
He
it's gonna
probably
wait-
can
it's
get
an
bail
arraignment.
before that.
You think so?
But if he, because they're still trying to get some kind of bail. He was denied. He got, the trial doesn't start until September of 2019. And that's the beginning.
That's
So either he could be
crazy,
held
dog.
in, or if he don't get some kind of tricky, bail where he can get out now before September, but then also he can go back in September and see if he can get a bail, and hopefully he doesn't have to fight that whole case
Yeah,
from
man.
inside.
Wow.
Because if he got to fight that case from inside, man, then he fighting that case until there's also a sentence if that happens. So, it just sucks to have that shit hanging over your head like that.
It does. I don't know. For me, it just sounds like it's deep. Like when you get the feds involved,
Yeah,
like
man.
it's not like just your regular like cops. It's the feds.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
the one thing, when the feds come, the
Yeah.
feds already stacked against you. They already got a lot on you. They
somebody from your
they don't
camp
grab
snitched on you.
Yeah. They said he had an inside.
that like there's like legit like hardcore evidence against him from somebody from inside his camp that turned it in or whatever it may have been, So I don't know. I feel bad for him because of his age, because you can learn, and I just feel like he did get himself involved with maybe older cats and he wanted to feel cool or included. And, he became the face for Treyway. I didn't even know what Treyway was before Tekashi 6ix9ine. And with his album, honestly, like it's very much Tekashi. Like there's no necessarily like replay factors for me personally. Like I'm not gonna go back and be like, oh my God, let me play that Congo
Right.
or that Fifi or whatever it may be. I think they're fun. They're fun songs.
Right. But you're not continuously rolling.
No, definitely not. Like that's not something that I'm gonna go to my. I was actually impressed with some songs like TikTok with Little Baby. I thought was fun. Still Bebe with Anual. I really like. And Fifi is actually one of my favorites because I think I can handle singing Tekashi
Right.
more
as
than
opposed to
screaming Tekashi. The continuous screaming. Like for me, it's still I just can't do it. It gives me a headache. But it really sucks. Like he can't enjoy this because it's like. You were reaching this point, and you could have turned that page.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, what you did before to try to get where you're at now,
Yeah.
you're having to pay for.
And then for those out there, man, like really, they watching.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
man.
we have given them a tool that could fuck us up. Like they are watching, man, and being cut from a different cloth, man. I didn't always do radio. Radio was the first job I ever had legally in my life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And we never said, oh man, this is what we doing. It's a new breed of motherfuckers that's here now, man.
Yeah.
Where you don't need a snitch. You snitching on your fucking self.
Putting all this.
You know what I'm
things up on
saying? Like,
Instagram.
yeah, man, you snitching on yourself, homie. Like, that's fucking ridiculous to me.
And I was just thinking about this, like for example, the video of him and Trey Songz, but just the people he was hanging out with them during the time the FBI was watching him.
Yeah, man.
Like you could have got everybody else fucked up.
Yeah.
Like in your shit or whatever, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Got some other stuff like, oh, what did so and so say? Now
Yep.
let's follow them.
And
now.
no
Like,
telling
what
if
the
they
hell?
had taps and
Yeah,
all kind
man.
of stuff, man. Like I remember one of my guys. He's doing feds now, but when he was getting caught up, on certain things, man, and his case bled into another case, and I was literally at lunch and my phone rung.
Wow.
And I remember who it was. I was like, they was like, hey, man, I speak to Big Boy, and I'm like, hello, and I'm sitting down with like my boss at lunch. And they're like, hey, this is Kurt Alexander, he's Big Boy. And I'm like, yeah. So he was like, hey, this is, such and such from the FBI. And I need to speak to you about such. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then your whole thing is like, how much do they want to speak to me on this person's case? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do they know? And so, man, I'm really sitting there and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I told him, I said, man, I just said, if you have my cell, then you have my home. If you're really from the FBI. Man, I can't tell you, for real. I walked in my house and my house phone rung.
Oh man.
Like, and I'm
Damn.
talking about not being there for like 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and it rung. I walked in my house and my phone rung.
They knew when you got
And it was
home.
them?
And it was him. It was him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they wanted to fly me out to DC. And thank God, man, that my name and I mean they had pictures of me with somebody else and all kind of
Yeah.
shit, man.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, like you even just having your name caught up in something like that. Like people don't know if you're gonna talk or do some other shit, man. It came out that they stopped fucking with me, but I was like, they were thorough.
Damn.
They were thorough, man. So whatever's going on with Tekashi, they very thorough.
I remember I got subpoenaed one time, or subpoenaed. How do you say it?
Subpoena.
Yeah, where I was like, yeah, you gotta show up to court. And I was just like young, like 17. And I was like, what do you mean? Of something I saw, I was in a situation one time where like I was there and I was a witness, and I was just like, I didn't know what it went, but man, just showing up to court and oh my god, I was scared shitless at 17.
Court is
bro.
horrible anyway.
I was like,
Yeah.
what's happening? What's gonna go on? I didn't even tell my parents. I actually just went by myself. Like I was tripping out, bro. Like,
Hey man, I went to court for
I
one of my
can only
homies
imagine.
one time, man. And when I got to court, that's when I realized how serious the situation was. When I got on the stand, I was like, like, dude, you are not coming home. He did 19 years.
damn.
19 years, man. Another one of my guys just got home. He did almost 31.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
31?
Almost 31 years, man. Hell yeah.
And he's out now.
He's out right now.
And how was his
Wow.
adjustment?
He appears to be cool. He he did his program, and he was just like he would always say, man, like, Kurt, shit, they didn't catch me on my way to church. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And he would just, and you get past the woe is me, and it's fucked up seeing other people go home for less shit.
Yeah.
And then when he got in, he just kept getting denied so many times because he didn't leave a lot of the street shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Until he got a little older. But yeah, he did almost 31 years, man. All right, let's get to something lighter.
Yeah, man.
All right, what's this soccer team situation?
Oh, there's
Lou?
a soccer team, right? They were playing this one match against like the opposing like rival team, right? This fucking soccer team, to avoid playing that match, faked one of their own players' death
To get out of the game?
To get out of the game, bro. Like, they did a whole moment of silence, like, on the field, and then
Shut
decided we're going
up.
to postpone the game. Like, it was like, oh, hey, we just got news on so-and-so. Okay, we're going to do a moment of silence, and then we're going to go. And then it came out that the dude just went back home to, like, Spain or something just to go back home. And he was just having some, like, personal issues, and that was it.
Did the team know that he was full of shit?
It was
or-
only like the management and like two of the senior players or something like that created this whole like, okay, so and so passed away, so we can't play the game, and they told the opposing team, and then the league knew, and like the league put out a statement
Damn.
just to get out of a fucking game, bro.
Because I know I've done that to
Like-
get out of work meetings and recording phone taps sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you.
Work meetings?
I don't have one aunt on earth, I don't think. I can't
Yeah.
tell you how many times my aunt died.
Oh my god.
There is no aunt. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever tell y'all
Yeah.
my aunt passed, y'all be like, man, Big, you full of shit.
Do you remember?
You don't have an aunt.
Do you remember when someone called that they said that someone reported like they made a whole fake like funeral arrangement thing, and that picture was some dude's picture?
Nah.
They faked their cousin's death or something like that, and the picture was some guy. Like he said, I've seen my picture on like fake funeral. He saw his
like on obituaries?
like in an obituary
wow.
thing. I remember he called in one time, Big, on our show, and he said that he's like, yeah, man. I remember I looked at it and it was my picture that they were using because he was just like a generic like actor that they just had like a headshot
Damn.
that they just grabbed off of Google or something like that, and they would just put it in like somebody made up a fake story about somebody, their cousin or family member
Get out of
passing,
work or get
and
out
it
of
was
something
his, and
else.
it was a dude's picture, and he found out. That's
Damn.
crazy.
Has your picture been used on other people's profiles or something?
Someone that knows Monica Momo said was like, "Hey, isn't this your coworker?" And it was on some kind of like Match or Tinder or something.
What's
But it
up?
wasn't me. But it was my photos.
They probably got a lot of swipes.
Hell
Maybe.
yeah.
Go ahead now.
Maybe.
What about you? Anybody ever used your profile?
Not that I know of. Mm-mm. Not that I know of.
No.
I've gotten back.
There's
like,
some things I was thinking in my head, but it's not nice to say.
It's not nice to say.
Yeah. That's right. It's still in my head, though. I'm
Okay.
laughing. I'm enjoying myself.
As long as you're enjoying yourself.
I've had
That's what
somebody
matters.
come back and be like, "Hey, man, I just met Louis G at the bar." I was like, "Huh?"
Oh, man.
Like, yeah, some dude said he was Louis G. He was at the bar. He was chilling, having drinks, talking about, yeah, I work here and with Big. And I was just like, bro,
Hey, dude, let me tell
I'm
you.
Louis G, dog.
Years
Like, what
ago,
do you mean?
Gosh.
years ago,
My man's
I
like,
got
"Who
a
are you?"
call, right? And they was like, hey, Big, you should take this call, so on and so forth. So I'm off air. I take the call.
Yeah.
And it was some girl on the phone, and she was like, Big Boy. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, hey, it's such and such. And I'm like, who is this? It's such and such. And I'm not saying such and such because I just don't remember her name.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was like, it's, such and such. And I'm like, man. And I was like, dude, I said, where did I meet you at? Oh, you met me at this club. Da, da, da. And I'm like, I've never been to that club. And so, being Big Boy on air, she thinking I'm playing and bullshitting and all this. You know what I'm saying?
It's a joke.
And no, it's such and such. And, da, da, da. And then I'm like, no, I said, baby, I said, for real. And whatever the words were back then, I'm not fucking with whatever. Like, I've never been to that club.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm even thinking now, like, damn, no, I never been there.
Yeah.
And so she was telling me, about how we met, so on and so forth, and this, that, and the other, and we hooked up. You know what I'm saying? We talked and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, and I met you? And she was like, yeah. And I'm telling her, I'm like, baby, I don't think that was me. And she was like, no, I met you at such and such. I'm this, I'm that, and giving me everything. And I said, baby, and I'm in a relationship. I said, baby, I know I haven't met you. I know that those things didn't happen. And so then I can hear her voice crack and she got a little quiet. And so I'm talking to her and I'm like, hey, I said, did you sleep with him? And she said, yes.
Damn.
Dude, so
My man,
she met, and this is when I was big. She met some big guy, and the dude told her it was Big Boy, and she fucked him.
Wow.
Yes, man. Yes. I'm like, man, yeah. And I remember, dude, oh, man. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Damn.
that's crazy.
Yeah. And I remember one time I was out and this dude was like, yeah, Big. And, excuse my language, ladies and everybody listen, but he was like, yeah, man. He said, I got some P on your name, man. I told her, and I was like, man, don't do that. And this is a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, man, I got some
my
P on your name, man. And then I was like, man,
How
I said,
weird.
Don't do that, bro. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? And it's crazy because I couldn't even get it on my own.
Oh.
And these dudes go out there
I feel
shooting their
bad
best
for
shot.
the other guy who felt like
And
he
I'm talking
had
about-
to just to sleep with have
I
someone
felt
sleep
bad
with
for
them.
her.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you would have heard her,
She
oh man.
think about all the scenarios in her head, like we're gonna fall in love. I'm gonna be
She
Mrs.
called
Big
the
Boy.
station though.
I'm gonna go to every concert
She called
now.
the
I'm
station.
gonna drop a mixtape.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get backstage passes to the Snoop Warren G concert. Like,
I'm
like,
gonna know all these people now and be his wife.
They do, and the way that I told that story, she'll forever have that story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like it happened. Alrighty, well,
It'll be greater later, hopefully
Will it?
for her.
For her?
I don't know.
yeah. Does greater later always work? You know what
I
I'm
don't know. I like to say it now, though. I say it to everybody.
Yeah,
man. I like
you
to
know what I'm
say it
saying?
too.
Like, yeah,
Gotta
man,
be
you know,
hopeful.
like, yeah, you know, whole house burnt down big. Like, oh man, be greater later.
But it will.
I heard
I mean,
that.
did you die? No.
Nah.
See,
Yes, we're looking at that.
if you
way.
get to wake
Yeah.
up another day, then
You know what?
luck.
But sometimes, man, people don't want to hear it could be worse. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's times when just let me have my moment.
Yeah, that's
don't
true,
don't
Doug.
hit me with it could be worse
Yeah.
too soon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
let me have my moment. Let me go throw my pity party, or
Yes.
you know, sit in my
Let me be
sad
upset.
jacuzzi. Let me be upset. Don't come quickly and say it could be worse.
Yeah.
Like anything could be worse.
some sympathy
You know what I'm
for
saying? It could be worse. You know what I'm saying? Your dog could die today.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
could be
Yeah.
Oh, it could be worse. It could be your mom. Like, I don't want to fucking hear that,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is what I'm dealing with today. You know what I'm saying? Don't. It could be worse.
That's a great point. It
Yeah,
makes
you
it
know.
worse sometimes.
Yeah, so be careful with it. Could be worse.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like, be careful with it. All right, that's from me to you.
Yeah.
All righty, we good. Daniel, do we have to dance out too, or?
No, we're good.
Oh, we're
All
good.
right,
Okay,
no
I didn't know if
dancing
we
out?
had to dance out because he encourages us to dance
I
in.
gotta go use the
All right, well, Ida has to go use the restroom. So with
And
that,
I'm gonna
we'll
eat this.
we'll wrap up, and
We outta here.
Natalia's going to eat a Kit Kat from
Yeah.
Japan.
Japan.
I'm tripping. I have a guest that's been here for
Yep.
probably 15 minutes that I forgot was coming.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
been here.
It's a guy.
Yeah, it's a
Jeez.
guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a
I thought
guy.
Danny was today.
No. Stop fucking up future guests. Alrighty, well, y'all enjoy yourselves, man. Big Boys
Big
Neighborhood,
boy.
man. Big Boys Neighborhood Uncut. Damn, you really gone, huh?
really gotta pee.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, we out of here.
Yeah.
It's an interesting smell.
All right. Bye.
No. Oh wait. It's very buttery.